Hurry up.
Good morning, YouTube. Good morning. This is your guy Eric from the Eric Experience. On behalf of Music Times LLC. A little bit of barbaric fitness sprinkled in there just to make things interesting. I had something that's always been like this major topic when it comes to the inflatable industry, right? You know, which is something I'm just, knee deep in right now, and just, I want to say it occupies my every moment, my every second. But when you're trying to make a business, a company, a corporation, then you have to put in the work, and that's what I'm doing. But one of these hot topics really is the dollies. And I can tell you something from experience, that dolly is your best friend. A lot of would-be business owners get into this business with a hope, a dream, and a prayer. I'm like, hey, I'm going to get into this, and I'm going to grab me a dolly. They grab this little dolly from Walmart, Harbor Freight, or whatever the case may be, because they didn't really do their due diligence. And they grabbed them this little itty bitty, bounce house, not even a bounce house slide combo. And it probably weighs about a good 150, 250 pounds. And really, relatively speaking, it's, with one of those dollies, you can do the work. But when you really get into this business and you begin to scale, and you have spoiled yourself into believing that, hey, I can do bigger and better, and I can scale, and I have this, and you'll become to realize that, okay, first of all, that little 2-wheel dolly is not going to cut it. So I need a 4-wheel. So you just scale up and you get a 4-wheel. Now a 4-wheel dolly, one that you can actually lean back and you can, push it that way. I'm not talking about 4 wheels side by side, 2 on this side, 2 on that side. I'm talking about, 2 up here, 2 back here. You can lean it back and you can roll it. So it supports itself, and you have less stress on you trying to hold it up. And you try to get you a bigger unit, bounce house, slide combos, and you're thinking about getting water slides and stuff like that, and you're like, okay, cool. But you have to remember, that stuff is heavier. We're talking about 300 pounds up to 500 pounds. And moving that thing in and out of your storage, moving that thing up and down your trailer, moving that thing, picking it up, once you roll it, you got a good roll, you're proud of yourself, you've learned how to roll well, but you still got to stand that thing up and put on a dolly. That's a lot, especially for a person. I've come across a ton of people who are in this business that, quite frankly, and it's not shade, but they're smaller, they're not built, if you will, and so it takes some effort to get that thing up. This great couple I saw on YouTube, I can't remember the name right now. Great couple. They're very entertaining. They said they got into the business. It went well with them, and they were in and out of it like quick. They said we're both small, and we both, I weigh this and he weighs that, and I'm only 5 this and he's only 5 that, and they had everything going for them. But if you really want to get in this business, you gotta set yourself up for success. So I said time and time again, your front work will help you on your forward work, meaning that what you do to set yourself up for success will help you with longevity. That so many would-be owners fold early, and for me it's sad because in the beginning of this whole thing, in fact even now, it's discouraging when you go on Facebook Marketplace. I'm shutting down. Now for a person like me, that's like cool, because you can grab inventory, stuff that you need, but it's still kind of discouraging, because you're thinking to yourself, dang, is that going to be me in a year or two? So I said all that to say this: that dolly is your best friend, is your absolute go-to best friend, and shipping, and it was just a great deal all the way around. And the sucker's strong. I mean, it is strong. And there's so many other ones out there, like the Jolly Dolly, the Rolls, and the list goes on and on and on. There's so many out there, and shout out to all of them, because me buying the Mega Herc throws no shade to any other dolly manufacturer, because everybody has their strengths and their weaknesses. So you just want to do that research. But the reason I keep stressing this dolly thing is because that dolly really is like another worker. That dolly is that extra pair of hands, that person that you need to hire. Now, in the beginning of this thing, again, in the beginning of my journey, I mean, really, I can't afford to hire people. You want to hire people. You want to get yourself out of doing the day-to-day, the ins and outs, but you want to do it now so that you learn how to create your business strategy, your structure, and be able to hire people to take care of the different things. And so you could be the overseer, not the ogre, not the hovering manager, but the person who delegates the things to different people to make your business a corporation, a company. That's the end goal. But in the beginning, and even for your employees, once you get them, that electric dolly, man, is going to help out big time. For instance, when you start scaling, you start getting to 19, 20, 25-foot water slides, or you get into 45-foot on-up obstacle courses, or even some of these, combo bounce house slides are getting heavy, and that electric dolly, one, can help you roll it easier. Once you get your rolling straps, you can put that sucker on your the strap, hook it up to the winch on your dolly, prop it up, push a button, and it'll roll your roll. And anybody who's ever rolled a roll knows that in and of itself is work. Anybody who's ever rolled a roll, and after they got it rolled, and they say, okay, now I got to pick it up, and this thing weighs, 300-500 pounds. Like, I just got an obstacle course, and that sucker weighs 750, and that was work, pushing that sucker up so it can get up on the dolly. So again, that electric dolly does wonders to save you. One way you can do it, for instance, like if you really want to, once you get to the point, like I said, you use the winch, you hook up your rolling strap to it, or if you don't have a winch on your dolly, you can take that electric dolly, you can hook up your rolling straps to the dolly and back the dolly up. If you are not strong enough to roll that thing with the two straps in your hands, which it makes life 10 times easier, even the rolling strap is like an ingenious discovery. I first saw it from Nick Glassett, but I know other people had the rolling straps. So, again, get those rolling straps, man. They'll save your life. They'll save your back. They'll save everything. But you can hook that rolling strap up to your dolly, your electric dolly, mind you, and you're no longer using manpower, you're using dolly power. Pull and roll and suck it up. Once you get it rolled up and you get that thing locked down and strapped up, so then now you can go ahead and now comes time you want to pick it up. You want to push it up so you can put it up on the dolly. All right, like I said, that's a struggle. So you can go around, take your power dolly around, and I'll do an actual tutorial about it. I actually show how that works. Take that rolling strap, put it on and loop it, and then put it down over the top, like kind of hook it up underneath the slide or the obstacle course or whatever the case may be. And then again, hook it up to that electric dolly or that winch if you and I would advise you to get a winch. They're not expensive at all. Hook it up with that winch or hook it up to that dolly, back that dolly up, and use that dolly power to pull that thing up. And once it's up there standing, it should stand if you got a good roll, then you can go ahead and put that dolly up underneath it. Get that thing underneath it, smart enough to ratchet strap, which brings me to another point. Try to get you some retractable ratchet straps for your dolly, so that way once you get the inflatable on the dolly, ratchet it around there, lock it onto the dolly, so you don't have to worry about it going anywhere, sliding off. Now the big part about it is, okay, now you want to tilt the dolly back. One piece of advice: while you're trying to pull back, pull the throttle forward, going in the forward position, and what it'll do is it'll help give you momentum to pull it back, and bam, even if that thing lands, you know what I'm saying, bam, it's going to land on the back wheels, you're still good to go. And again, man, this is just, life is easier. You know, another obstacle, going up that dang ramp for on your trailer. That dolly, that electric dolly, makes that life hard. Like, I had to pull my 500-pound water slide, the one I call Spike, up. Now, I didn't have my dolly yet, and my electric dolly hadn't come in, and it had to be inspected. I had to get it clean and everything. I had to get it ready, you know, to make sure everything was good. And so I had to pull it to the edge of the trailer. Now, fortunately, something I have been working on for like the last 5 months, which is something I call tramps, which is my trailer ramp system, which that's what I've been working on, and that's what has kind of kept me afloat on my down season, and I'll present that soon too. But my tramp system, my trailer ramp system, what that does is allow for that lip, that bottom lip that's on the bottom of the trailer gate, so that pretty much eliminates it. And I'll have tutorials and I'll show you what it is that keep me busy. And I've had a lot of people that I've installed on their trailers, you know, get the equipment, I install it for them, make sure it's just how it is that they want it to be, and boom, they're good. So that tramp system that I came up with is like gold. I mean, for me, the tramp system is like second to the electric dolly by a small margin. You know, it just saves you. But nevertheless, you know, I had the tramp system on my gate, and I had to pull that 19-foot water slide, put my hand on the rail of the trailer while I stood up there and reached down and pulled that thing up my gate. My gate is like at a 40-degree slant. So that was a bear. That was a monster to get up there. But once I got my electric dolly, it was nothing. I pushed it up. I mean, I rolled it up there, throttled it, put it on up there. It was, I mean, it's light work. So again, man, you know, I'll probably put a list of different manufacturers' electric dollies. Like I told you which one I have. You know, I got the Megahertz from Granite Industries. You know, and I'll say it again, you got the Rolls All, you got the Jolly Dolly, you got Good Time Fabrication. You got so many out there that will do the job for you. You know, just make an informed decision. Ask some people. Go into the forums, man. Get into those groups. Get into those inflatable groups. Ask the questions. Who do you suggest? You know, some of the greatest people who have been in the industry for a long time, they may not suggest, well, they will. A lot of people are really partial to their dolly, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you're really going to lose which one you pick, you know, just as long as they provide great customer service. But just keep in mind, that's what you want to do. Get that dolly, and I promise you, it's going to save your life. It will give you longevity. It will save you pain and suffering, and it will save you time. And time is money. Time is precious. So that's my take on that electric dolly, man. Get that dolly, and maybe more people will be able to realize that this thing is doable for the people who really are kind of like at a disadvantage. They may not be physically strong. And then even if you are physically strong, this is about efficiency, not man. Why would you want to keep working out every single time you have to move an inflatable when you can take some of the stress and strain off of yourself? Put the workout in the gym. Save yourself out there in the field, and it'll make life a whole lot easier, so you're not sitting there regretting life because you got to go move that 700-pound obstacle course. So this is my take on it. You know, get that electric dolly. I'm not promoting one over the other. I got what I have. You get what you get, and make life easier for yourself. So again, this is your boy Eric from the Eric Experience, representing amusing times with a sprinkle of barbaric fitness. Comment, subscribe, share, and please talk to me about it. I would love to hear. In fact, I would love to hear some people put in the comments. Please drop in the comments. What electric dolly do you have? What dolly did you buy in the first place? How was your dolly experience? How did you start off? Drop all that in the comments, man. It'll be great dialogue, great things to talk about, because I would like to know people's experiences. Again, this is Eric, Amusing Times. Peace.